Welcome, everybody, to the All Stars and Stripes Heroes Connection. This is the place for all of you because we have a spotlight on military veterans, first responders, their families, advocates. But we're also here for anybody who wants to do business and network with us. So, going here. So for the next 50 something minutes, we start each meeting with a moment of silence, and then we do the Pledge of Allegiance, the national anthem. Uh, I'll talk a little bit about what the Scuttlebutt.club is and how to use it to invite people and to be a spotlight speaker if you'd like to. I have on here that we have business briefs. We're going to do something a little bit different today. We're actually going to have the hero highlight first. And then we're going to do something different. Instead of having a spotlight speaker and business briefs, we're going to kind of combine it all into one. And then we normally have a spotlight speaker, and then we end with an inspirational thought and announcements and reminders. So let's get started with a moment of silence. And now, if you are able to stand, we will do the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now for the national anthem. Awesome. Now, if you go to the scuttlebutt.club on your computer, it'll look like what you see here on the right or similar to that. You can always find the Zoom registration link for this meeting. And also that's a great place to share it with other people. And it has the meeting agenda to give them an idea what to expect. And there's also a link you see under the flag there, the spotlight speaker form. And I encourage, if you want to be a spotlight speaker, when you go on there and pick dates, pick as many future dates as you can. And that way it makes it easier for me to schedule you. And then also there's a link to schedule a one-to-one with me. And there is a link to our Facebook, our Alignable, and our YouTube channel. And instead of doing business briefs, I'm going to hop right to the hero highlight, and then we're going to do our business briefs a little different today. So this gentleman in this picture is my dad. He would have been 90 today. We all figured that out. Thank y'all for helping do the math. But he was in Army intelligence, and he was stationed mostly in Japan. And then he also, after he married, came back to the States, he met my mom. They actually met on Valentine's Day, which is pretty awesome. Not many people, a lot of people schedule or will get engaged or they'll get married on Valentine's Day, but they actually met on Valentine's Day. He asked her to marry him on St. Patrick's Day, and then they got married on April 19th. So it was a whirlwind for them, but they stayed together till my dad died. They were married 43 years. And then my mom, all she ever talked about was my dad. They were just madly in love. And my mom met him. She worked in administration, and my dad came in on Valentine's Day to do some paperwork. And the lady that worked there helped him, but my mom didn't see him until he was walking out the door. And she said, "Who was that guy?" And she just fell in love with the back of him. Okay. But because he had real broad shoulders and he was very trim, he had his always had his uniforms tailored. And so she's like, "Well, his name is John Bernard Nelson. He's supposed to be coming back in this afternoon. And do you want to help him?" And my mom was like, "Yeah." So they met. He invited her out that night for dinner, had their first date on Valentine's Day, and then I told you all the rest. But they did go to Turkey, and they had my two sisters when they were in the service in Turkey. I was born after, but my dad always had a wanderlust, was always traveling. He ended up being a contract draftsman, piping designer, and we moved all over the country. I moved over 40 times by the time I left home at 16.
Wow.
Um, so, but we got to see the world, and he just loved travel, and he was an amazing man. I should have had a picture of him when he was older too. I'm just going to take an extra minute to also acknowledge, with Memorial Day coming up, my son, who passed away in 2012. I couldn't believe I was talking to my youngest son just a little while ago, and something came up about Sean, which often does. And it's funny because I always call my youngest son Sean by accident. He just reminds me so much of him. But he asked me, I said something about him dying in 2012, and he goes, "Mom, you realize that's 14 years?" I was like, "Wow, I can't believe it." It's like, because it still feels so fresh. But he was an Iraq war veteran, and he was in Iraq, and he had a collapse, medical collapse. They care flighted him to Germany, where he was in ICU for a week while they tried to stabilize him and figure out what was wrong. Never actually did figure out what was wrong, but he came back to the States. He did continue to serve, but ended up getting medically retired and disabled. So he passed away in his sleep, and he had, and it sounds weird, but it gives me a lot of peace. It was an accidental overdose of a toxic mixture of medications that he was on. And but when they found him, I was later told he was laying in bed watching television, and he had a beef jerky in one hand and a Coke in the other. And so to me, that gave me just some closure and peace that he died very peacefully. But it was, whatever medical conditions he had, it definitely led to his demise. So, and he trained Iraq officers how to use weapons. I have pictures of him training and stuff. But anyways, so now that I've got to do all this talking, I'm going to turn this part of the meeting over to Kurt, our wonderful podcaster who would be, I thought he'd be perfect for this part of the meeting. But I'm going to stop sharing my screen so we can all see each other. We have about 35 minutes, and there are, let's see,
Welcome, Alex.
16 of us here, so we could probably do maybe like 2 or 3 minutes each. So Kurt, just take it away. Take this wherever you want to take it.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little round robin. Like Angela said, we're just going to try to give you a little chance to take a couple minutes to just kind of tell us what's on your mind, how we can help. If you're thinking of something dealing with somebody else in the room, we're just going to get all intermingled so we feel like one big, nice team 30 minutes from now. It's going to be a little team building exercise. So Santa Papa John, I'm going to start with you for 2. What's on the top of your mind? I know we're going to be networking with you in about an hour and a half again and all sorts of stuff. You're giving away cars. Do you have any news, announcements, questions, ways this group can help you? Things
Santa
about
Papa
veterans?
John,
What you got?
he's our timer as well. So you'll have to adjust your timer, Santa Papa John.
Well, yes, I'll figure that out. Hey, Kurt, you want me to do like 90 seconds or you want me to do a minute?
Let's do 90 seconds. I like that idea.
Sure, you're
Santa
gonna make
Papa
me do
John.
all the extra work. Hang on, I gotta set it up.
You
I
can
think once I
do
set it
it.
up,
If you don't
set it
have
up.
anything to say for 90 seconds, we're going to ask you questions. So,
Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. We got a timer going. All right, folks, I'm Santa Papa John, and yes, I put smiles on people's faces all around the world. Well over 100,000 followers on social media. I am part of a new TV program that I'm going to be giving away a brand new Toyota with gas for a whole year. That'll be worth more than the car is. But it's all about giving away happy, positive thoughts. I do custom stories and I put your children's names in those stories. I read to nursing homes and senior care. Yes, I have all kinds of fun. But yes, we can never forget our veterans because that's why we're here. There are so many amazing veterans on this phone call today. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice, is what I say every day in my meeting or my daily videos. But the Warriors Beacon of Hope is a website that I've created that I'm developing slowly and positively to create another positive destination to go for veterans, people looking for services, scholarships, meetings, because you can't go searching for meetings to find a meeting in St. Louis. I want a meeting just for veterans in St. Louis. Doesn't happen. So, folks, I'm Santa Papa John, and I love to chat with anybody and anywhere. I do a lot of stuff in Australia and the UK because I put smiles on people's faces. I'm Santa Papa John. Thanks.
Oh my gosh, way to go, Santa Papa John. What a show off. So, Ruben, I'm going to go to you next. And keep in mind, you can reach out to the 16 of us out here and ask for any responses or respond to anybody else. But otherwise, Ruben, what's at the top of my mind or your mind with your QR codes and your artwork and all of your things? What do you got, Ruben?
Well, what I'm really delighted and happy is that we have all these new people that I just met. Alex, hey. Who else do we have here? Let's see. Where is he? Adam, of course. He's going to teach us about Jamie. My gosh, you're all here. And then Raviv, Mr. Sony. There he is right here. Okay, guys, we are all here because of one thing. We all have something to contribute that will, number one, will help our economy and help ourselves and help our family and friends. Okay, and that's the key, is to find a way to coexist together so we can generate the energy that we need to go forward. Now, my particular blessing is I happen to be an artist, okay? I happen to be a tool designer. I love to do QR codes or whatever. But what I really love is I love people. And that's the very, very big key. So thank you so much, Kurt. Santa, well, take it away.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Ruben. So, Marianne, we're going to go to you next. And Marianne, again, remember, you can make this interactive phone a friend type style, and all your friends are right here. But take it away, Marianne. What do you got for us right now?
Okay, well, the first thing I got for you is I want everybody to go to the Facebook group for the All Stars and Stripes connection that we have and see what I uploaded this morning, I just came back from our Melaleuca convention, and I love the fact that we're a company that puts their money where their mouth is in many different areas. But you may have heard of a guy named Jake Hoot. He was from season 17 of The Voice, and he's a big deal. He came to our group to help support our veterans and do our national anthem for us. So I put the little short introduction of him, and then he did the national anthem for us, as well as a few other songs. And yes, we also do the Canadian national anthem and the color guard and posting of the colors and all of that. But I did put that short video up there to take a look at it. And how many people here are fluoride people? Raise your hand. You ever do toothpaste with fluoride? Okay, how many are non-fluoride people? Some more. Okay, well, I just found out that obviously we have a ton of new products that just came out, but people are paying $30 a tube for toothpaste with hydro. I got to get this quick out of my mouth. Hydroxyapatitide. And ours is $5.19 for members. So if anybody's interested in better health and different products, I'd love to have a conversation with them.
Right,
there you go.
Good,
My time's up.
Yeah, thank you, Marianne. And everybody, don't be afraid to use that chat space. I did put that Facebook group in the chat for all y'all, so make sure that you join up on that. But for right now, we're going to go to Natalie. Natalie, get a minute and a half, and we're all out here to converse with. Whatever you want to do, take it away, Natalie.
Good afternoon. I'm in Michigan. It is 87 and thunderstorms today, which is a lot better than like 3 days ago when it was 60. I am, for those of you who have not met me before, I am a Shaklee ambassador. I'm actually a health advocate. My goal is to reach 1,000 families with health and wellness so that they can get the chemicals out of their home. I don't know if you know, like in the UK, they ban 1,300 and something chemicals. In the United States, we ban 11. So you don't know what's in your food, what's in your skincare, what's in your cleaners. And we provide safe products that work and that are guaranteed 100%. If you don't, they don't work for you. They work for me. They've worked for me 46 years. I'm 1 year younger than Ashley's dad. And so here I am. I would like to share with you that this Thursday, our functional medicine Dr. Tanya Hartig, who's actually in Tennessee, will be having her webinar, and it's on immunity and autoimmunity. And she does a marvelous job. And it's about a half an hour, then she opens it up for questions. And she's absolutely amazing. If you have any questions, she usually has a really good answer. And so there too, it's the holistic point of view. Shaklee has been in business 70 years this summer. And I want to read a quote from her to finish up. Supplements are designed to complement and enhance a healthy diet and lifestyle, filling nutritional gaps. They are not intended to compensate for poor choices. So that's Dr. Hartig's quote. Make some good choices today.
Just for you, Natalie, just for you. Will do. Thank you. So now we're going to go to a feature podcaster at the World of Ability Podcast Network. His name is Greg Boone, and he does what he does for pet's sake. That's the name of his show. He's taking guests. Sign up to be a guest on Greg's podcast. Tell us all about it, Greg. What do you got today?
Well, I was going to go with my mission, but I guess I'll do a little bit about my podcast. So yeah, join me on one of my podcasts as a guest, and we'll talk all about pets and just basically all about pets. And I think I will add my mission in there. Got to bring that out. So for anybody that doesn't know, tens of thousands of horses are rounded up and slaughtered every year. And we need to move on the SAFE Act. SAFE Act is Save America's Forgotten Equine Act. And if we call the senator and just urge them to get the SAFE Act on the 2026 Farm Bill, what that does is that bans the export of horses bound for slaughter. So in Mexico and Canada. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, Greg Boone. Well done. All right, folks. So this is kind of the halfway through point. You're going to get a test on this one. This gentleman's got his game face on. He's world class. He's a speaking coach. So this is going to help you for all who follow him. Mike, take it away. Take the mic, Mike. It's your magic mic moment.
I said, Dunkert, you must be a podcaster or something. Well, this would be on the test, so I'm not that kind of teacher. Yeah, certified world-class speaking coach. If you are completely satisfied with your speaking skills, well, that makes one of us. If you're in business, we got 90 seconds. I'm going to filibuster. I was born at a young age, and okay, let's get down to business. No matter what business you're in, you are in the business of promoting your business. You network like this, you meet a lot of people, services you can delegate, your digital marketing, which probably shouldn't do yourself, your bookkeeping, which you definitely should have help doing that the right way. But when it comes to promoting your business, you've got to be the face and voice of your business. And most people are squandering that. And they really run into the same problems. Either people don't understand what the product or service is, and so many people, their solution to that problem is, well, the faster I talk, the sooner they'll understand it. Congratulations. After you've confused them in half the time and put them to sleep with a slide deck, well, you still have to deal with the same issue, is that people don't always have faith in a solo business owner. Again, that's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to present yourself as a leader in your industry, regardless of the size of your business. That's where I come in as a speaking coach. I'll put a link in the chat, an invitation to my next workshop, which is next Thursday, the 28th, Storytelling for Solopreneurs. And I will see you then. And we'll be together. Waiting for that music.
There we go. Nice performance, Mike. Well done as usual. So now we're going to go to a guy who's kind of casual, but he's the real deal, folks. And he and I know about 10,000 people together. Alex, take it away. What magic do you bring to me today? It's been a long time since I've seen you, Alex, so I have big expectations. Go.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Kirk. It was a long time no see, and to Emily, wherever she was. I guess she left. But nice to meet you guys. I'm Alex from Review Software. We're a LA-based software development firm. We are building custom software. We do integration. We do automation. We're talking with Ruben earlier on a lineup about the OpenClaw. OpenClaw is the free open source technology which came out a couple months ago. It's one of the fastest growing projects on around, which basically creates flows, and lots of people are integrating into their day-to-day marketing or day-to-day life. Like, for example, there was a client who was based in Atlanta who was doing conference in California, and they wanted to automate all their conference on flow basing, like checking the website, making sure the email is sent, data is entered into the CRM system, and all done by agent with using OpenClaw. So if you know anyone who's struggling with the follow-ups or need a system to build, we can build on OpenClaw, and that can be something that they can use for free. Just use their credit from OpenAI or the Claude. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you, Alex. Good stuff. So we're going to go to our feature, Compassionate Citizen. Everybody's wondering, is that me? Mary Bibb, that's you. You're a compassionate citizen for today. Take it away. Show us your compassion.
Hello, y'all. I am Money Coach Mary RN. I am a nurse by education and a coach by calling, and I founded All Glory Coaching. And what I do is I work with people who make good money but still feel that financial pinch by helping them develop structure and accountability so their paycheck starts to work for them. Who do you know who needs to make their paycheck work for them? And what is one of the hardest things to do? Is it ask for help? Yes. And what I do is I bring that compassion to my clients and let them know that I run a no shame, no judgment space. I am a certified financial coach, which means I don't do financial advising. I stay in my lane, but what I do is I assist with help building those systems and accountabilities, which are so vital to winning with money. I am Money Coach Mary RN.
There you go. Thanks for doing it, Mary. Real good. So in case folks don't know, Kurt means short. So we're going to go to the other end. We're going to go Long with Angelitha Long. Come on in here. You got all those awards in your background. I know this is going to be the money shot right here. Take it away.
Well, I think that's just this. It's my screensaver.
So you didn't earn those awards? All right, well, you can earn it here. We'll give you an award.
No,
later.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They're actual awards. Hey, everyone. My name is Angelitha Long, and I run a travel company. I help organizations. I help groups. So whether it's an organization, teams, or celebratory groups, I help them create meaningful travel experiences that help to bring people together. And so what that looked like, it could be a corporate retreat, a leadership workshop, could be a couples getaway, reunion, celebrations, anniversary, churches, wellness, just any kind of group that bring people together around a shared purpose. And what makes me different is that I help clients with both the experience and the execution part. So from vision all the way to execution, coordinating all the travel coordination and all the details. So instead of you trying to piece everything together on your own, my clients experience, they get the entire the full gamut, the organization, something meaningful and memorable from start to finish. So if you know anyone trying to bring people together, I would love an introduction. Oh, wow. Was
there
that
we go.
on
Way to
time
pack
or
it
what?
in there. Nicely done. So one thing I want to invite everybody to do is if you made a social media post today or recently or end of last week, whatever, go ahead and grab that social media post and post it into the chat, and that'll invite the other 15 of us to go and react and comment to that post. And also, if we're not connected to you in that social media profile, we can do that as well. It's like double dipping. So let's do it. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead to our listening champion of the last half hour. That is Jamie Perez. You do so well listening. Now let's see what you got to say. Take it away, Jamie.
Hi, friends. So Ruben invited me. I just met him this morning on another networking call, and he was like, "You should come to this one after learning what I do." So I guess it would be appropriate for me to tell you guys and see what the connection is there. So I am a videographer, and I do heartfelt and emotional storytelling for businesses and nonprofits so that they are magnetic and unforgettable. And I think he wanted me to come to this because he knows a lot of you, and a lot of you have. Every business has stories to tell, but it's really when you have the emotional hook that you get remembered and you can grow whatever it is you're trying to do. So that's pretty much it. I don't really need to fill the whole 90 seconds. That's pretty much what I leave people with. So.
Nice. Thank you, Jamie. We'll have to come back to you to pick that brain a little bit more, but thank you for everything. We're going to move on to a guy whose middle name is Invincible. That makes him AI Johnson. Adam Johnson, take it away. I hear you're like the AI king of the world. How so?
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, no, Ruben did a great job trying to bring people in from the previous couple of meetings. So thank you so much for having me. So I'm Adam Johnson. I'm the founder of Rafer Consulting. I work with small and medium-sized businesses that are trying to figure out where to start with AI. Not necessarily which tools to buy, although I'll give you my opinion, but really whether their people are actually ready for it, how to get them trained for it, how to get them comfortable with it and not afraid that they're going to lose their job. And probably most importantly, how to govern its use so that you are using AI responsibly, still keeping your humans in the loop, and figuring out what kind of strategy you want to have with your company as it pertains to AI. I give leaders an AI readiness assessment. It gives them a picture of where they stand and a roadmap that they can start adding on to. And I love this kind of work. It's great doing it remote. And I'm willing to work with anybody worldwide. So if you know of anybody, or even if you want to partner, I saw that Alex, you're at a software company, you do a lot of development and stuff like that. You also do white label. I'd be totally up for talking with you and seeing what kind of white label agreement we can do. Maybe get some synergies going there. And anybody else. I'm also starting a podcast here with a buddy of mine out of the UK here in the next couple of months. So.
All right, fantastic, Adam. Make sure to put me in your list for that podcast information. I want to check that out. And so, folks, we are in no way picking on Michigan, waiting, for Rajiv here. We're kind of building up to the opportunity, and the Pope did give dispensation. So if you want to say anything naughty, it doesn't count against you as Santa, Pope says. Take it away, Rajiv.
Thank you, folks. It's such a pleasure, and the last few minutes have been just like gone by so quickly. I don't even know. This is brilliant community. I love it here. So it seems that, okay, all of us AI folks and technology folks are started together. Somehow it happens. I don't know, Kurt, how do you do it? How do you do it? But it happens. So again, very much like Adam, I help companies with AI, the adoption. The part that we try to do differently is that we try to tell that bring us your most difficult, most challenging areas that are taking a lot of your time in the week. And if those things are taking so much of your time, we will try to figure out and view it in a way that gives you the time back, and if possible, help you make more money. And we are helping small businesses all over the country to support this. And we are not discriminating at this point of time. So I work with the executive coach, helped him with a post called the activities, took the time from 45 minutes to 10 minutes. Similarly, helped the plumber get his bidding system built, so that he didn't have to spend 3 or 4 hours over a weekend away from his family. So if there are any challenges, any issues that you are facing, there are things which you think could be valuable, let's have a quick conversation, try to understand. And again, Adam and Alex, happy to collaborate. There are certain things that we try not to delve in. For instance, like marketing and all, there are quite a few people, and they are much better people who do it better than us. We are more of the process experts rather than the technology or the automation experts. So that's me. I think the timer started a little bit later. So no worries, Papa John.
My fault.
We are good. No, we are good. And I'm happy to answer any questions if there are any.
Yeah, thanks, Rajiv. Yeah, we got Santa nervous when I started talking about the Pope, takes it seriously. But in any case, we're going to go over to a guy who's a good egg. We learned it from the movie Caddyshack. Scott Noonan, take it away. After this group just gave everything they gave to you, what do you give to us now? What do you have?
Well, it's great to meet everybody. I'm Scott Noonan. I'm actually calling in from just outside of Montreal, Canada. So it's a pleasure to be here with all you Americans. Had a great experience in the United States for most of my life. I'm not going to steal Adam and Rajiv's thunder, but I'm in the same business. So, I mean, if you understand what they're doing, that's what I do. But the real reason why I wanted to spend some time in this group today is that I'm the business director for mybestoutcome.com. And we just unveiled a campaign for Canadian veterans. And one of the things that we discovered is that that same marketplace in the United States when it comes to taxation, finance, and a lot of the information that people are missing out on. I wanted to make those connections with veterans here through the group, so that way we can start talking about some of those options that are dealing with people coming back from tours of duty, struggling with disabilities, and a lot of the things that veterans are facing as far as benefits, financing, and whatnot. And for Wanda Butler and I, who's a fellow Canadian and a former soldier as well, we're speaking to a lot of members of Parliament right now about what's going on in our country. And I was hoping to make some connections with the veterans here in the United States.
All right, let's make that happen. All right, thanks, Scott.
Please do. We got some interesting stuff to talk about.
Absolutely.
And again, for all the people that are here on the call, thank you so much for your service. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. So thank you.
Absolutely. All right, so Angela, I want to give you a little mic time again with what we just did with all of our friends here and what's at the top of your mind. What makes the next minute really fun for you, Angela? Take it away.
Hey, so I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to give you the history of how this group got started. I was freshly going through a divorce, taking care of my elderly mother, and I had been in the heavy equipment business for 23 years with my ex-husband and found myself starting from square one. And I ended up becoming a credit repair agent, worked with a couple great men who taught me so much. And I ended up adding Legal Shield to my business. Well, so if anybody needs help with credit, I do free credit consulting. But a friend of mine and I started Stars and Stripes actually on another platform. And at the time, my two youngest sons were in the Marines. Actually, my second to the youngest, went into the Marines. And so I felt like I needed some support, and I also was getting my business started, and I wanted to get connected with the veteran community. And so that's where this sprang from. And long story short, the credit repair company the gentleman decided to retire, close his doors. I found WealthWave, which is a company, it's the How Money Works company. We teach people how money works. I'm a licensed agent, and I can help people with their insurance, financial needs, and just teaching people about money. And we help anybody and everybody. But that's kind of the history of this group. And I'm going to go over my time just a little bit, Santa Papa John, just because I don't want to leave y'all hanging on what happened. My youngest son served his 4 years. So this group's been around for a while. He served his 4 years and got out. He's been out for a couple years now. And the second to the youngest that went in first, he is a C-130 aircraft mechanic and is still going to be in for at least a couple more years. So, because he re-enlisted. But anyway, so that's my story. Oh, and I want to set up one-to-ones with all of you. And I've got my link to my calendar. And also, thank you all for your service and for your friendship. And I'm so glad to meet new people. Y'all come back each week, bring people with you. So thank you. Kurt, let's hear from you.
It's here for me, for what I've got here, folks. Wow, one thing that I'm really proud, pleased, and privileged to present to you is I proposed to a group called helpopedia.org that, this year in America, we really need to, like never before, celebrate our Americans with disabilities. And so on July 23rd, Helpopedia is going to host whoever around the world wants to join in to celebrate ADA 36 years. And that'll be going 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, so that's 4 to 6 Pacific time. And we're going to have Americans with Disabilities Got Talent. It's going to be a tremendous showcasing of music talent, whether it's pottery or, whatever performing arts, whatever people have to show and tell, to remind people that people with disabilities are masters of ability. And I'll tell you also, I'm proud of our water ski club out of Pewaukee Lake, Wisconsin, west of Milwaukee. we are featuring for the first time in the history of our 42-year club, a devotion to injured, wounded veterans with disabled American veterans, hitting to the sit skis and adaptive equipment, and skiing with our avid show skiers on July 4th. So by the time it's high noon on July 4th, there'll be 20 veterans that have been out there on the water skiing and having fun like they never had before. So with that, folks, I want to ask people who's planning to be here in this meeting next week, Monday. Show of hands. Who's going to be here next week? Greg, you're going to be on here next Monday. Angela, you're going to have a Memorial Day show, Angela?
I've been actually this entire time I have been like trying to decide, and I actually was going to open it up to discussion. I had thought about not having the meeting and then having the following meeting be kind of like a homecoming meeting, where I'm going to reach out to everybody who's come. Now I can either do that next week if enough people are interested in meeting, but I also know that it's also a family day for a lot of people. If I don't have the meeting, I will probably be helping one of my sons move into this new place and go visit the cemetery for my son and my parents. But I can do that in around this meeting. So I'm either way. What would y'all like to do?
I can
Well,
be
what
here.
I'd recommend, Angela, if you're open to doing it, I'd recommend that you just put it out there that you're doing it. You have a few people here who raise their hands, so there'll be apparently a minimum 4 of you, and I would just go the direction of having it, see how big of attendance. Folks on Memorial Day wanting to honor our veterans and do the Memorial Day thing and everything you just described could be a pretty magical meeting.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you, okay, we'll go ahead and put it out there. Unless you see a cancellation, plan on being here next Monday. And it looks like we're doing pretty good on time. We've got about 5 more minutes. I wanted to see, does anybody have any special needs for their business that our group can help you with? I know, Natalie, you have a birthday coming up. Anything special you want to share?
Well, yeah, you all can come to my open house on Saturday in Michigan.
We've got some Michiganites here, don't we?
I don't think anybody anywhere near close. But I would love it if you shared with other people about that autoimmune talk on Thursday and send them to me so that I can gift them a ticket. That would be a joy to help other people, because there's such a myriad of those kind of things nowadays. And Dr. Hardig says if a person has one, they're likely to have 2 or even 3. And
so that would be 7:30 Central Time. I'm looking at she put it in the chat, and I encourage you all, if you have any special events coming up, please put them in the chat. That's what this is for, and for all of us to connect. I also want to encourage each of you to go to one another's social media, go back and like their posts, check them out, follow their pages, and connect to have a one-to-one. If you have a calendar link, throw that in there too. It all helps. I try, and I'm happy if you ever forget to save the chat, reach out to me. I'm happy to email. I've done that a lot for people. I'll email them the text file for the chat. If you need to know how to save the chat, you go pull up the chat and you click on those 3 dots next to where it says All Stars and Stripes Heroes Connection, and it will have an option to save chat, and it will put it in a text file under Documents, and it'll create, if you don't already have it, it'll create a folder called Zoom, and it'll put it in there under another special folder for today's meeting. So I encourage y'all to do that. And let me pull up my slides and then we can finish out. Let's see here. Where did there it is. I share. Y'all see it?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Right. It's so good to get to know and new people as well. I like to end each meeting with kind of an inspirational thought. And I saw this one. It's from, well, this is from National Veterans and Military Families Month. It says entrepreneurship isn't a math equation. There isn't a blueprint on how to build a business. It's how you react, how you build your team, how you build your culture, and that's going to set you up for success. And that is from Taylor Justice, U.S. Army Infantry. I want to thank everybody for coming today. And does anybody have any announcements or testimonials? Ruben.
Yes, I put several links in the chat, guys. One basically is connect with me if you feel the need to and share some of our offerings. But right now I'm working on a project you may probably heard in the United States. Hopefully it'll get to Canada and other places. But there's a lady that had a special need child who couldn't get a fulfillment from playgrounds because they didn't have anything special. So this lady had some connections and is going around the country, and they're opening up all exclusive playgrounds for children of all needs. And fortunately for us in our city here, Wildwood, Missouri, they're developing one right in City Hall. So they were able to take our artwork that I promote veterans on how I share my artwork with veterans to show them how to promote their artwork on Instagram. They took me on and they're showcasing our artwork. The donations basically will help fund that playground. So again, the story is essentially in the link. If you can just click on it and you'll see their story. So if you know of anybody that's interested in your city or whatever to get involved, there's a way to do that. Thank you.
That's cool. Thanks for sharing that, Ruben. Does anybody else have anything they want to share?
I have a question.
Mike,
Kurt, will your veterans on skis be on Zoom or are you gonna put that somewhere we can watch it?
Yeah, we're hosting Disabled American Veterans. So the organizer out of our club is working with DAV to figure out how they prefer journalizing it all. And then, yes, every time they have something that's for public viewing, Natalie, I'll make sure you and the crew here gets to see it right as it's available. You bet.
Mike, you got your hand up.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm in Peru here, so I take Memorial Day seriously. I always look for people to at least observe. I wouldn't say celebrate, but observe Memorial Day. So this is a great group to just, even if we don't have a full out business meeting, just to get together and do something.
It will probably be this format of a meeting.
Yeah, any format is cool, but this would be a great group to just spend the day with, spend some time together with.
That sounds great. Good. Vote noted. So I will make sure to be here and do everything to facilitate that. Yeah, Natalie?
I would like your help. I put my phone number and email address in the chat. When lately I don't hear the music when you play the national anthem, and I don't know what I did that I need to fix. So if anybody has an idea, they can send me some help.
Okay, yeah, if anybody can help with that, I'll try to. I can't think what it would be. Did everybody hear it this week? Okay, so everybody heard it. Yeah, I know, because you've had that struggle before too. And are you on a certain computer that only does it on that computer, or is it you have other devices you've used?
I only have my laptop that I use.
Okay, because I was thinking we could get it to where you could log in on your phone and hear it through your phone and turn.
Well, I have heard it in the past, and then there's sometimes I don't, so I don't know the clue.
If anybody's techno savvy and can help Natalie, please reach out to her. And all right. Well, thank you all for being here. This has been a great meeting, and it's good to get to know all of you. Jamie, I'm looking forward to learning more about your business. I would love a one-to-one with you if you can set that up. And my calendar is in the link. And Rajiv, great to have you. And Scott, that's right. You have not been here before, you said. Right. Angelita, it's great to have you back. And we definitely need to get that meeting set up. My son is wanting, we have several trips that we want to plan. One is to Ireland and Norway, possibly the Netherlands in that same trip, maybe if there's time. And then we also, I don't know if you do like closer ones, but like we want to spend some time in Washington, D.C. Never been there, but anyways, I mean, he's got other places he wants to go and things to do. So he works on wind turbines. And he works like 3 weeks, like he's fixing to go out 3 weeks on a boat, on a ship. Believe it or not, they have windmills out in the ocean. I didn't know that. But anyway, so he goes out for 3 weeks and then they send him back for 3 weeks. And so he's wanting to do a lot of traveling between his jobs. So.
Okay, sounds wonderful. I'll get on your calendar and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, awesome. Thanks.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording if I can figure out how to do that. Yeah, we know it's 4 o'clock.
Have a good week, everybody.
Hey, thank you so much for inviting everybody, Ruben. We'll see. Are you going to be here next week?
Yep.
Okay. Greg, you going to be here next week?
Yes.
Santa Papa John, are you going to be here next week? By the way, I had my granddaughter watching your YouTube short this morning.
Cool. Awesome. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Marianne, are you going to be here next week?
I'm going to try.
Okay. Natalie, I saw you shaking your head earlier, but have we talked you into coming?
Well, I don't have any plans right now, but it is my 89th birthday, so I may be.
Oh, happy early birthday.
We'll see.
Okay. Well, we'll celebrate with you if you come. Just remind me.
Yeah, the whole world's going to celebrate. They just don't know it's for me.
You might even get Santa Claus to sing you happy birthday. Now, how
I cannot commit to that yet.
I'm sorry, what?
I can't commit to that yet.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I have a soon-to-be 11-year-old who will be out of school, and that'll be my primary job is to entertain him.
Yes, I get that. I know my
Mom, are we there yet?
My daughter has been living with me, hence why we're moving into a 5-bedroom house. And I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment right now. So it's kind of like, it's been quite interesting, but we kind of like sneak them in and sneak them out kind of thing. But my 7-year-old granddaughter is getting out of school Wednesday, I think is her last day. And I have a feeling I'm going to be super busy as well. But my daughter, I watch the girls for her. She leaves at like 5 a.m. So she's usually back before this meeting starts. So that helps.
Yeah, but we'll see. Sometimes he likes to sit in front of the camera. So
my granddaughter does. She was doing that this morning. I was in a meeting with my broker, and she's like, I turned off the camera. She's like, wait, I can't see myself. And I was like, well, if you obey me and you stop when I tell you to stop, I'll turn it back on. So that worked. And she was being naughty after that.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Y'all have a good one. Good to see. And speaking of that, my daughter and granddaughters are walking in right now. So I will say goodbye.
Perfect timing.
Perfect.
Okay. Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
Have a good week, everyone.
Bye.